Well, it's April 8th. I'm out here in Lexington today. I'm at a park I've never been to. I was looking at some of the old maps and saw that this park, back in at least the 50s and probably early 60s, there was a street that ran up and down there. You might be able to see it was an intersection down there. There's a street that ran up here towards where the highway is, prior to this highway being here. And there was a row of about 6 houses that obviously are no longer here, that I believe probably ran into or up close to that brim there where the highway is. So I'm going to check out this area, see if I can find some of the old relics. It looks like probably this area on the back side has not been touched by the how old these trees look. So I'm going to give this a shot back here to start off with, and I'll let you know if I find anything interesting. Alright, basically my second hole today turned out to be something pretty cool. There's a lot of trash in this area, but it's an old Indian bracelet. It's pretty cool. It's got 5 or 6 little square plates with pictures of Indians and a bow and arrows. It's pretty sweet. I originally saw just that one end piece there, and I was trying to dig it out, but it was kind of laying flat across this hole here and this. It was cutting across, and it was pretty difficult to get to, so I didn't film it. But it came out. It's all pretty much all in one piece, except for that one that came off, but it can be put back on very easily. I'm very happy with that. That's a really cool little relic. Just did a quick cleanup just to get the dirt off before it dried. I don't see any writing or anything on it, but that's got to be pretty old. Pretty cool. I have high hopes now. I'm just going to kind of work over here away from the playground area and the picnic areas, see if I get closer to where there's less trash. Very next hole, probably about 3 inches down at most. Old cap gun toy. Falling apart a little bit, but I think I got all the pieces out of it. I have to clean that up a little bit when I get home, see if I can see how old that might be. But it's only about, I don't know, 2 foot away from that bracelet I just got. So this looks like a promising little area. I just had a banging signal. Could have swore I was going to get a silver quarter. Unfortunately, I did not. But I did pick up a cool little button with shank intact. It's a little beat up. When I took it out and scanned it, it was coming about mid 80s, low 80s. In the ground, it was like spiking at like the high 90s. So I'll double check the hole, but I'm pretty certain this is probably what was making the target. Alright, on to the next one. Well, it's been a while since I found that last target. I went ahead and switched to the small coil, and I'm just going back and forth over this little area where I found that bracelet, some other things really tight. I did come across kind of a high signal. It was in the 70s, but it was pretty stable. It was right here in the bottom of the plug. You can actually see right here where the item was, and I've cleaned it up a little bit. It looks like it's about half of a locket. I did check the plug just a second ago, and the other half's not in here, so I'm going to search around the plug, see if it's somewhere very close by. But pretty cool. Looks like it had a couple latches on it that it broke off, and it was just sitting in the plug just like that when I pulled it out. I will clean this up. I don't think there's anything on the front of it or the back of it, but it's still pretty crusty, so I will check it out when I get home. Well, not the most productive day, but I'm going to call it quits out here. Just too much iron's giving me a headache. A lot of noise on the ground. Here's the gun I found earlier. My clad. Found a couple of bullets. One with that button I showed earlier and that pendant piece. These are all broken pieces. They look like they might be like part of a buckle or something. I don't know if I got all the pieces, but I'm going to check when I get home, put it back together. Here are just some interesting little doodads. The bottom is a kind of a matchbox car. I'm going to just look at these later and see what they might be. DJ5 vehicle label. Thought that was kind of cool. It actually is metal, rang up. Slide lock for one of the houses that were probably here. And this was on top of the ground. I'm kind of glad I came out here and was able to get this out. I'm not sure why it's sitting in the middle of a park, but it was. And then, of course, again, the find of the day, which would be the Indian bracelet. It should clean up nice. Looks like it's a thin brass. Like I said earlier, like little Indians and holding a bow and arrow or something. It's pretty cool. I'll try to show cleanup shots in the end of the video. And I might actually tack on my next hunt on the end of this one. So, if you watched, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.